little different today, folks. We're gonna make some Birria Tacos. Here's our chilies. We're gonna do guajillo, ancho, and we're using New Mexico because that's the only other one I could find. We're gonna try it out. We have our guajillo. We got about 5 of them. We got 4 ancho, they're more prunish. And we got the New Mexican, so we didn't have the other kind, but whatever. It's just, doesn't really matter. They're all about the same. So we're gonna work with this. Gonna seed them, de-seed them, and de-stem them. Basically, these are chock full of seeds. So I just cut the stem, and I went down the spline to remove the seeds. I'll leave a couple in there because the seeds will actually bring some heat to it. I'm not looking to make it, authentic heat, because people that are gonna be eating it can't handle it. I can, but they can't. So we're gonna keep working on them. As you can see, the pack full of seeds. Use this technique where you shove a finger in there, kind of spread it out a little bit. You get a pocket full of seeds there. You can tell there's a lot in there. There's a lot more in there. But working their way out, one at a time. Ancho chilies are similar to the consistency of a raisin. It's like sun-dried, so they got like this raisiny kind of skin to them. But you can peel them the same way. These little tiny seeds, though, they pack a punch. If you even put one of these in your mouth, you'll know it's spicy. So we're trying to get rid of most of that for the majority, not for myself, because I like it, but whatever. Place to do this different. We're gonna go with the beef broth. Probably about 2 cups. Or, sorry, 32 ounces. Maybe that's 4 cups. I don't know. I forget. But anyways, I'm gonna go with that. One of these jugs in a saucepan. Chilies, because they're dried right now. We're trying to bring them back to life. Okay, starting to boil. Got chilies going in the blender. All right, we're gonna add some more ingredients. Crushed tomatoes. You can't see it, but we're going in there. Boom. All right, 1 large can crushed tomato. It calls for a S-ton of garlic. So we're gonna use this. I don't want to do the whole stripping of things. It's just easier, and this tastes just as good. I'm gonna be honest with you. Seems like an excessive amount, but not what they say. Remember, this is going into another pot later. Not in Jalisco, Mexico, so I couldn't find Mexican oregano, but we're gonna go with that. We gotta go for a small, like this, like half of a large onion. Put it in there. I'll hit the pulse. Oh, we gotta plug it in first. I can't open and plug it in still. Plug it in, plug it in, plug it in. All right, ready? Push all the chunky stuff to the bottom. You want it pretty smooth. It's gonna go into a consommé, so you want it pretty smooth. Chilies already taste amazing. I'm not gonna lie. That tastes like, if I'm gonna make a chili in general again, I'm gonna use this real chilies instead of the dried powder stuff next time. This stuff's off the hook. I like it. Main ingredient, we have a chuck roast. We're looking for fat as well as beef. It doesn't have to be high quality because we're braising it. It's going to come out like a shredded beef when we're done. We're going to cube this into about 1 to 2 inch slices, cubes, whatever, to help it cook faster. There's a mix of short rib as well, but you don't have to. You can use this. We're looking for basically chunks like this. We just want it to cook faster. You put this whole thing in there, it'll cook, but it'll be like 8 hours. We're trying to shrink that time down a little bit. The original recipe from Jalisco, Mexico was actually a stew, and it was goat meat. And I can, believe it or not, get goat meat. It's frozen at the local store. I don't want to use goat meat because I'm not partial to goat meat. But this recipe is pretty forgiving with whatever protein you use. Has been done with mutton, lamb, whatever, but we're going with straight up beef. And, this is the chuck roast. Like I said, it's going to be all braised, so it's all going to shred in the end. You want this fat to stay in there for flavor. It'll work its way out. It's a taco, folks. You'll see it in the end. Here we got some extra virgin olive oil. We're going to put it right on the meat. Just let it go onto the meat. We're going to massage it in. We're going to mix it all around. So you can see we want this to stick to the meat for 2 reasons. One of them is we're going to have to sear it in a minute. And 2, we're going to have to season it. So, you want to make sure we get a little bit of oil on there. Not a ton, just a little bit. I'm going to season this with, first off, we're going to hit it with the pepper. McCormick's, whatever pepper brand you got. Happen to like theirs. Pepper's pepper, folks. Doesn't really matter. All right. Then we're going to keep it Latin flavors. Use adobo. Okay. We're going to get very liberal with the adobo. So remember, this being braised afterwards. So a lot of this is just going to sear off and go into the water. So we're going to put a lot of it on. We're going to mix it up. This adobo is high in salt. We're not going to add any salt because it's going to be salty enough. But that's pretty much what you're looking for. Just a quick coating. All right, we're going to hit a pan up. We're going to start searing it, put a little oil in it. Do a good sear. Get the pan hot AF and do small amounts of this stuff. You know, don't overload it because it's going to cool down the pan. You're not going to get a sear like you want. You might get a lot of moisture in the pan too. Get a little bit of that smoke. That's what you want. All right. You want to hear this noise. Perfect. And, you know, a little bit more than that, but you don't want to overdo it. If you have enough, just put enough in there, you know. Like, I wouldn't use that whole amount in there, but we'll do it maybe like pound sections. It's about a 3-pound roast. So about a pound each sounds good. Spread it out. There you go. Stirring them to get that nice sear on both sides. I'm not trying to cook them in the pan, just sear them. Right into the crock pot. I'm using the crock pot for 2 reasons. One, I forgot I have to go somewhere tonight. And 2, this can cook it low without the pan burning. So that's what we're looking for, folks. This is a low and slow recipe. All right, much like your barbecue in the American Southeast or West or wherever, low and slow. That's what we do here. Cover some heat before you throw in the next batch of meat. There's just a small batch left right there, right into there. It's pure beauty, folks. Here it comes. Oh my gosh, the Birria Taco sauce. Oh my gosh. You know, I'm gonna save a little bit because this sauce is delicious. I'm gonna try them on the side. This is a consomme, so we need to add beef broth. Okay, so I'm gonna add beef broth too. All right. This is a large container of beef broth. I might do one more. Let's see. Let's see how it pans out. One big one and about a quarter of this. Okay, we're getting more of the loose consistency, but I think when it heats up, it'll lose some liquid too, and I think it'll thicken up a little bit. So I don't want to hit it too thick and too thin. I want to kind of just be in the middle, which is probably where we're at. I forgot the right kind of chicken bouillon. I only have this one, so I'm just going to dilute it in some water before I put it in there. Otherwise I would sprinkle it on and crumble it up, but I'd rather have it diluted. I'm going to add some paprika. Cumin. What they say, this makes everyone happy at the same time. Oh yeah, I add some of that. Not a necessary step, but since I didn't have the right ingredient, I got to do it this way. I'm just trying to dilute this so it's not just a lump of crap that goes into the thing. I'll pour it right in. Woo! Calls for cloves and cinnamon sticks, okay? I don't want to fish that out of the consomme later. So we're just going to boil it on the side, and we'll take some of the juice from this. It seems to be a better method to me. Move it around a little bit. We'll try to get some of the flavors out of these ingredients into that water. And then we'll use some of that water in the pot. So we got like a dessert smell going on. We're going to love this. Let's see if I can do this with 1, 2 hands. Here we go. Right into the sift. Here we go. Here we go. I don't know how much you're seeing of this, but my fingers in the way. There you go. Getting that water in there. Basically, we use this device to get it in there. It smells like Christmas in here. A little time. I'm probably just gonna take the little leaves off, pull them off, throw them in. I don't want the sprig in there. Easy way to do time is to throw the whole sprig in there, but you can also do it by this. You just hold the bottom. Now you do it with 2 hands, it's easier. I'm doing it with 1, but you slide it up and you can pop the leaves off pretty much, and you get just the twig after. Time, because it's time consuming AF to rip all those little leaves off. All right, we have enough time. I'm just gonna mix it all in. I'm supposed to do Bailey's. I don't know if I have one. I don't think it really needs it, but, you know, we'll see. See if I can find one. Accent, that's bay leaves, not Bailey's, like the alcohol. That's for me later. We get some bay leaves. Put a couple in there. Folks, the magic of the bay leaves. Okay, we've got it on high. I'll leave it on high for a little bit. Then I'm gonna switch it to low when I leave. We'll let this cook and braise. Probably 6 hours, 4 to 6. You know, I'll be home in about 6 hours, I think. So, you know, maybe I'll have one for super late dinner. But we'll have to play it by ear, see how it pans out. All right, it's been cooking for a couple hours. Remove the bay leaves. Now we're down to, you know, just the beef and consomme, as they say. You might notice a little frothiness on the top. You gotta mix it up a little bit, you know, to keep it going. But I'm gonna pull this out and shred this beef real quick. You good here, folks, when you can take a large metal spoon and just shred this meat. All right, you just push it all in, shred it up. You know, you're basically gonna have almost like a pulled product after you're done here. Nice and easy. You get like the pulled chicken, pulled pork, pulled brisket kind of thing going on here. That's what you're looking for. Birria, traditional is you're just going to use a corn tortilla, but I happen to like these, which are corn and flour. Yep, they're definitely not gluten-free, but you can always use corn or you can always use flour. I like this, it's a good mix. But yeah, so if you want the gluten-free option, go with the corn. Using a regular fry pan, which is fine, but you can use stones, not a stone, what am I trying to say, like an iron skillet or something, but we're going to use this fry pan. We're going to get it hot, let oil going. The easy part about the birria taco is you actually take it and you submerge the entire tortilla in the actual consomme. Then you put it right on that oil. Point. You don't want it on super high, so we're gonna move it a little bit over. But this is where you're gonna start filling it. You're gonna take your filling. All right, you're gonna get your meat going. All right, make sure you get a good amount right here. There you go. I do not have Waka cheese, Zaka, whatever. I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm using Monterey Jack. You wanna put that guy in there. You wanna definitely hit it up with the white onions. All right, it's the white onions. Definitely go in there, and you definitely need some cilantro. All right, and what you want to finish it off with is a little lime. Get some nice flavor. We're kind of cooking it. You want to let it fold it over. This is probably the most difficult part of the whole process, but fold it over. And just let it cook some on a medium to high heat. Okay, so when we flip it over, it'll be nice and brown on that side. I'm gonna brown up this side too. That is not burnt. That is what you want. You want that crispy flavor. Okay, that also helps hold it together. So folks, we got our birria taco, and we have our consomme dipping sauce. You kind of eat this taco almost like you'd eat a French dip. So basically, you're gonna dip it in the consomme. I'm going to serve it with a wedge of lime, the birria sauce, and the birria taco. Your tacos, your street tacos are going to be running you about $2, or, you know, depending on what you are. These run about double. And you can see there's a lot more work that goes into these guys. But this is like the king of tacos here. All right, this is a next level taco. So here we go, folks. Okay, and I like to add a little lime, extra lime to the top. Like I said, it's crazy. You eat it like a French dip. So you a little dip in there. I'll tell you folks, delicious. Highly recommended. Good stuff. Try out that recipe. It's easy. Anyone can do it.